I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is July 23, 2024. Hope you had a good day today on this Tuesday. So let's get into it here. So pretty much kind of just like chopping up, consolidating. I put a bias yesterday of being neutral and neutral bullish. But I don't know, the earnings just came out right now, and they look pretty decent. But price isn't really moving too much, pretty much in the same area. But bonds are kind of coming down, and they have room to come down, I should say, a little bit. Not saying that they're going to be going consistently down, but they do have some. They have some room to come down, and then yields are kind of pushing up, and that's what's kind of hesitating this price. So, is this like a rising wedge? I mean, it really sure does look like it. Look at that liquidity there, trend line phantoms right here. So it's like, is this fake bear flag to push down? I mean, if you ask my opinion, what I would like to see is, for it to come down for one more leg, in general speaking, just so they can balance this price and be done with it instead of hanging this as a dangling carrot. Otherwise, I would like to see it just push off from now, right? But I mean, it's like we're not really getting that. But we are in order flow of being bullish. We did push through that high, and I do look at that as a shift, and we'll see. So I don't know, but to me, to be honest with you, I got a feeling it's just gonna come down, man. But as you can see, I have this projection sitting here. This is on the 15-minute. This is from Friday, this past Friday. So I've got this swing high and this swing low, and I got projected it up. And today we actually hit it to a tick. I mean, the 1.5 standard deviation. If you take a look to the right of the chart, it's perfect. I mean, that can't be an accident. That can't be random. Wait, right here. See that? To the tick, right? So, which is this high. But so it is respecting this projection, but we're not really going anywhere. So I don't know. We'll see. But let's try to make this simple here. So as you can see here, when we made that new high from yesterday, we retraced back down. So lower lows, lower highs, all the way, right? And we did reach that the bodies and majority of the prices reaching that 70. So with that understanding, I'm mentioning this because when I wake up, I see this and I understand that I'm looking for some buys, right? Not to hold anything for, I'm just looking for some good base hits, and so on, right? But well, look at the price now. I think it's coming down. Let me see. Anyways, so I'll try to make this video quick, but there's a lot going on here. So, for example, we have the opening range gap right there, and we are lower lows and lower highs. Then we push up here, and then by pre-New York, we then retrace back to the midnight open level, which is that orange level, and we've pretty much used that as support. This candle, this whole price action right here, and then we're looking at these two down candles, right? See these two down candles right here, which is going to be the 3 a.m. and the 3:15 a.m., right? So that's what's holding price up right now. And we did make a new high. So we made a new high. And when we made a new high, this is the range that we're in from here to up here. And we're developing that range. So the thing is that this is also one leg. Even though this is all choppy wicks and price action back up and down, this is still all one leg. This push down is all one leg, right? It's hard to see it, but I'll try to draw it out for you. And you'll see, like, this is what I am seeing. Let's put it this way. Let's do it this way. But everything in between is just a bunch of noise. So right now, this is where we are. All right. So I still think we're bullish because we're respecting this flow. So when you're pushing up here, you got the higher highs and higher lows, very choppy and ugly. And then the retracement, you got the leg one down, and then you just got another leg down. And then if this low breaks, that's a break of structure. So we've already shifted. The 15 minutes pretty clean, but Well, we shifted above that, right? Well, and this can be debatable. So what? Because here I'm just gonna try to do this and really try to make this video short. So we'll just start with this. I did this actually some videos ago. So that's lower low, lower high. Now we come up and we shift above here. This is how I'm looking at the market right now, right? As you can see that, obviously. So when you look at that, you could see, you could tell, right? You could tell by looking at it that we have a shift right above there. Now, here's the thing. As we shifted above, we retraced back and we made a new high. So that's why I'm already like, I don't expect price to come below here if we're bullish. Let me see here. But, you know, the market's been very difficult and very choppy. So it's still up in the air, and that's why we're calling it neutral, right? But in general speaking, let's get back to this 15-minute chart. You could see here that that range from here to here has been accomplished. We retraced back and we made a new high. So with that understanding, let's go on. Let me go into this 1-minute chart here. You'll see as we retraced here, that high and that low. So much to talk about, man. But when the 930 is up here, right? When 930 opens up, it comes and it misses the opening gap by a tick. And I tried to catch this and I could not. I was actually getting distracted by some personal things going on. But I could not catch this. And then I had to wait for it to retrace back into this. Let me open it up, man. Open up into this. So this is a balanced price range. This little U right here, in general speaking, for the short term. But this inversion imbalance right here, which is going to be this 928, that candle, we pushed up, we sealed the opening range gap. We do got some gaps in the background. That's another reason why it's choppy, is because we got so many previous week gaps close to each other, plus the present day's gap. And, you know, it's just like the price isn't going to, it explains this choppiness, actually, because it's all referencing these areas. But let me go to the trade here. So as you see here, so I couldn't catch this, and I tried to. I was like, bro, this is perfect. But I saw that it was missing the opening. It was missing the midnight level by like a tick. And I was like, man, they didn't hit it. So by the time I've like got myself together, looking at other screens, blah, 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 the price had already shot out, right? So shot up, I had to wait. And I normally don't take trades like this, but I knew that it was going to take, really trying to come up for these highs up here, obviously, or somewhere in the vicinity of that high right there, where, which I'm going to explain in a second. But you can see price pushes up to this red in the background. That's the opening day's gap, retraced back into that inversion imbalance I mentioned. And then once it closed and this started pushing up, I get filled right here. So which is literally sitting at the 50% of the opening range gap. Anyways, my goal here is to obviously take out this high here. That's a minimum, to take out this high right here, and then to get up closer into here. So with that understanding, let me go to this. Just 1 minute, yeah. What's it called? So with this understanding, this is a very important understanding, because when you get these highs right here, you see these highs, we want to take out the daily high, but you see how when we almost reached it with this time frame, which is, I'm talking about the 944 candle. See, when we retrace back all the way back, right? And yes, they can do that, obviously. So it's a higher high and a higher low up there until you get to like your almost finale leg, right? But here, I'm gonna just draw a circle around it, not a circle, but like, see the high here, and then to this level here, to this high. You see how I'm gonna just drag it out. All right, I need to change this color because you're gonna be like, I don't know how to make a short video without explaining stuff. So it's like, it is what it is, man. I'm just going to do this. So you notice, so here's the thing. This is why you want to take out the profit here. As soon as it enters that high, You can see what I'm talking about, right? God, it's so hard to fit all this. This high right here. So when the price action was here yesterday, it's wicking. For the algorithm, for them to take out that high first, they're not interested in that high. Why? Because you had to have been super amazing at trading to catch this fucking high, right? But guess what? When the price broke down and retraced back up, see this high right here? I'm on the 15-minute over here. See that? That level is like, okay, now this is easier to catch. So when this algorithm at present day is pushing up, see how they take out that level, which would be that high right there? See how they take out that level, that the easier swing right there to catch? See how they take that level and then they push down? Why do they do that? They do that because, like I just said, they know people cannot really catch this up top part of this zone right here, right? But they know that this swing right here, that they know that somebody was able to catch this. So when they took that, you see it here clearly on the 1 minute, they take that, right? And this is why I take out the profit here, because I do understand that we just took those people out right here. You can see what I'm showing you, right? It's that area. See that? It's that level, not the high. So and the reason why is because they mission accomplished for them. Now, I'm not saying that they're not going to keep going, but what I'm saying is that as soon as they do that, they bring the price down. So what did they do? They started bringing the price down for a retracement. Why? To wipe out all the people who bought. For example, me. I got into this trade right here. It's sitting literally in the middle of price action. Excuse me. But that's the reason why the logic is what's so powerful in trading. Because with this logic, you understand, like, okay, you can't hold this forever. Price is going to come and want to wipe out people. That's what they did. So that being the case, I hope I can make this short. So as you see, price retraces back, comes into this, comes literally where I was buying from. And then what does it do? It takes off. Now, when I saw the price come here, this was also fucking very difficult to catch. I wanted to catch this. I'm like, dude, they just revisited this same inversion imbalance. And then the wick reacted so fast, I couldn't do anything about it. So I decided to wait and be very patient because I'm looking for good base hits. I'm not trying to get my face ripped off, and all that type of thing, right? So sure enough, what does the price do? It pushes up. It pushes up and then it retraces back. Where does it retrace back to? Now, because I'm looking at this as this is like a higher low. This is a higher high. That's a higher low. This is a high and a low. But I know this is the leg for it to push up. So this retracement comes back and they're very aggressive about why? Wiping out buyers that are being pushed through this momentum. And where does that come to? It comes right into this inversion imbalance. As you see, that imbalance would be this candle right here, this 1002. So with that 1002 candle, oh, by the way, so the logic of also trying to catch this buy and pushing up was this nice also. I'll go back and forth with this. I'm not going to get into much detail, but this was a nice lower low, on Dow, and we had higher lows here with S&P and NAS, and this is where I took the first trade. Now that I'm showing you this trade, by the way, I'm showing you this trade here. Oh no, I'm showing here right at this moment. I'm showing this trade here, and from here to there, and wasn't really that all that helpful. Wait, let me go back. I feel like I'm missing something. No, not yet. Okay, that's the third trade. Okay, so Jesus. Okay, so this is that trade right here. So higher low, very simple, pushes up, retraces back into that inversion imbalance. I'm getting filled right there. There's a gap sitting right here. It's a little gap right there. See that? Little gap. So that gap, price comes down, bodies respect it, and I like this trade. Take this trade here. As soon as it pops up, I have my little stop loss right there. And where am I going? I want to clear the previous day high. I want to tag that previous day high. And sure enough, we do beautifully right there. Now, where are we going with this? Let's see here. So that's this level here. Now, I did scalp a couple cells, but not enough to like take screenshots or even show it to you or anything. But at this point, I'm getting close to saying, okay, what are we doing next? So as far as the losses goes so far, when we did come here and get into this imbalance right here, I wanted to take this buy as the same issue I had yesterday. I wanted to see if we would go through. So taking the profit here and letting the price retrace back and enter again, I tried to take it off for another high, and that failed. So then we came down. This is when I said, I'm not messing with these people, man. So I let it alone, and then price starts playing around, makes another retracement deeper. I'm like, damn. Tried to catch this, couldn't. And then this little nice little push up and retracement back. I caught this up to here. Then I sat back. Now, present moment, at that time, what happens is the price starts lower lows and lower highs. I'm not looking for sells per se, so I'm not getting involved and looking for a new upset. So what does the price do? Comes all the way down, man, and takes out that 930 opening low, which now we're hitting the midnight open level. Sorry, I need to probably bring back the 15-minute, right? Shit. Sorry. So anyways, that being said, so the third trade, or the third successful trade, I should say, I took. Now we come down and we wipe out that liquidity, and we're sitting here at the midnight open. Now we're on an oversold area because all this price action, look, you can see none of them had any divergence over sold areas, except for that 930 that I tried to catch and I couldn't catch it. So, and then, I was like, are they going to come deeper? So I left it alone and really just waited for order flow. So that meant like the price needs to push up for a new high and retrace back. And then, that's the order flow I'm willing to catch, which I'm normally not taking those type of trades, but I want to give you the logic of if you miss this, then how do you catch it? Right. So in this case, I knew exactly what was going on. They took out that low, and then they did not take out that low. And now this is where the Dow trading Dow days is helpful, because I used to trade like that, catch this all the time with no fear. In the beginning, I was fearful, but then I got so used to it that I know that these are trades. And then we also had a divergence going on at the same time, which I was very aware of. So this right here, you see how Nas made a lower low, and then here we did not. We had higher lows here. Okay, so that this was actually technically the crack, but this was the divergence there. So to push up, so guess what I do, man? I do drop the ball in a way, but I didn't, because I wanted to be done. I was going to be done, and I needed to be done. Period. So when this, I had a feeling it would come and take out that high, but I wanted to pretty much come in as deep as I could to at least a 61 or almost 70 on the retracement to take the profit. I don't know if it's bullish or bearish at this point, even though I'd like for it to be bullish. As you can see, we came back aggressively down. But the point of me saying this was that when I'm catching this buy, I'm using that divergence, I'm using the oversold. I understand that these are all wicks, so it's kind of like it's acting like as exhaustion, right? We call it. But as soon as that candle comes down and wipes out that liquidity right there, closes. As soon as it closes, I literally get in. I do know that we're tapping this oversold here, and it could have went through, man. I mean, listen, it could have went through, but the divergence did help for the decision, and then sure enough, it shot up. And what do we get? We get this big bullish candle, right? It doesn't engulf, but it does engulf the opening. So you see that, and the price. This is a nice pattern. I talk about this pattern all the time. Like all the time. And then you can see that, we do push above the high of that one down candle, and then we retrace back. Look at the body sitting at that open. We dig in just a tiny bit, and then that's it. That's as far as I want to see this come down. Otherwise, as soon as it starts moving, I got my stop loss here mentally, right? I don't move it because I don't care. I know what I'm doing. I'm not even, I notice people are like, dude, you never move the stop loss. I'll just cancel the damn trade. I'm not about partialing and doing any of that. I don't do that. So that's just the way I roll. But anyways, and to come up where to squeeze everybody up as much as I can, and then yes, I would have liked to have taken out some of this liquidity, but if it's bearish, it would have sold from here. So I didn't want to fuck around and find out, is what I'm trying to say. So all that being said, look where we go. We go all the way. I mean, this was gorgeous. I ended up getting out like right here or something. But I don't need to be right, and I don't care. And sure enough, what did it do? It came all the way up. Yes, it took. Then it hits that 1.5 standard deviation. But I'm already finished with the day. I preferably want to be done by 11 o'clock. So, but price shot up and then slowly messed around. Look what it did, man. Look at this. Look at this day. Came all the way back, dude, and literally wiped out that whole pool. Fucking dirty. Super dirty. Not a coincidence, man. But this is why we said neutral bullish. And that's why I said in the video yesterday, if you watch it so it makes sense, I'm literally saying, I'm not that interested. I'm just taking base hits. I knew this buy would push all the way up, and I still didn't care. I was like, I don't care. You're taking the profit. You're done. You need to be done. I did take a bunch of little losses that were pretty stupid, but you know what? It is what it is. And what do? We ended up coming back down to that daily open. We're playing around inside the opening range gap. As you can see, this price action right here is not good for bulls. This big push down like that, an empty imbalance. You know, it has all right to still stay above this low and be bullish. But if you break this low, my strong opinion is that we're bearish. So we're literally sitting neutral, and then earnings came out and did all this fuckery. So 22 minutes, no other way to make this shorter. There's really no way. So dollar also still slowly moving up, right? I'm neutral on I'm neutral on everything. I really am. And dollar even looks neutral for me. You're probably gonna see a big shift happen soon. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, look, it's like that's why we say neutral, man. To me it makes sense for the price to come down. I'm looking at Dow. Price should come down just a little bit. There's a big gap right there. I'm not even going to draw that. You can see that. Looks like we need a body there. If that's pushing down, the yields are pushing up, and they can say whatever they want about rates, but they're pushing up right now, and they have room to top out. So, and when I mean top, I mean at least 2-3 days of topping out. If you look, I don't bring it on the screen because I don't want to. You can do the research on your own, but bonds is coming down, and they have also like a day or two of being able to bottom out. So if a gun to my head right now, I'm still neutral, but I mean it's starting to look like they might come down a little more. Who knows? It's again, you tread lightly. There's no reason to be right, or there's no reason to these wicks and this rising wedge. It just looks super suspect, bro. And it would make sense for, I don't know. I think S&P wants to come for this. I don't know. I don't care either. That's where we're sitting. I just feel like the move is incomplete. All right, like because if we were going up, I feel like we should just be going up, right? And I don't know what else I could say, but as you notice, you can still catch profitable trades. Now, obviously, like the day mainly panned out for these buys because I was trying to clear this previous day high, in general speaking, and we're sort of is still bullish. So being on the right side of the market is always going to be very helpful. So this buy here, that buy there, this buy right here, and that's why I took it to here. I'm like, you know, this shit's chopping around, but you can still find great trades, right? But you know, without the bias. I mean, you have to have a slight bias, right? Like, you can't be completely lost here, or just if you wanted to, like, as a speaker, this could be forming out for a speaker. You see that? So you could say, okay, you know, every time it takes liquidity, I'm going to trade the other direction. That's a great strategy. I'm not mad at that. I feel like this speaker is. Do they want to come for the bottom side to complete a speaker here? This is kind of like what I'm not going to even draw it, but you can see it right now. See that? Like, is this incomplete, or is it just going to keep rolling up, and then or come back into their range? But I mean, you know, I don't know, but very, very tough price action, and your guess is as good as mine. So you guys take care and God bless.